Hello students, welcome in my class. Today we will study Geography of class 7. Today we will discuss chapter number 2, Inside Our Earth. Second part. We have already done the first part in the previous session. Okay, in the previous session we have seen that the earth is dynamic in nature. And why it is dynamic in nature? Because it is constantly undergoing changes inside and outside the earth. Okay, and there were two types of process takes place on the earth's surface. There are internal process, okay, and external process. What are those internal process? See, those processes which occur inside the earth due to internal heat of the earth's interior, they are called internal process, like volcanic eruption, earthquake, landslides. These all are examples of internal process. Now the second process which takes place on the earth's surface is external process. See, these external processes take place on the surface of the earth. They basically shape the relief features of the earth which form due to internal processes. Okay, for example, we can see the formation of mountain. Okay, formation of mountain, took place due to internal process, but the shape of the mountain has been formed by the external process like erosion and deposition. See, and the examples of external process is, as I discussed, formation of mountain, like that plains and plateaus, they all are formed. Okay, and they all are formed, by agents of denudation. They do take place due to the agent of denudation. And what are these agents of denudation? They are winds, water, ice. Okay, they all perform the activity of erosion and deposition, and this erosion and deposition, they form different relief features on the earth's surface, or we can say that they shape the features formed on the earth's surface. Now today we will discuss the interior of the earth, or we can say the structure of the earth. Let's see. Just like an onion, the earth is made up of several concentric layers with one side another. Have you all seen onion? What we do find in it? See, there are several rings, which are found, one into one side another. Okay, several rings. Like that only the earth has also different distinct layer. Okay, but basically the earth is divided into three concentric layer on the basis of composition, properties of rocks and their density. On the basis of this, we divide the different layers of earth into three. Okay, that is the crust, mantle and the core. So in this class we will discuss the uppermost layer of the earth, that is crust. Now let's see. Crust, the solid outermost layer of the earth composed of rocks and minerals, are known as lithosphere. See, the outermost layer of the earth, which is known as crust, it is made up of rocks and minerals. Yes, from which it is composed of rocks and minerals. Okay, and extremely thin layer, average thickness varies between 8 kilometer to 50 kilometer. Okay, this crust, which is also known as lithosphere, it is very thin layer. Okay, thin layer, and its thickness is about 8 kilometer to 50 kilometer. It means it range from 8 kilometer to 50 kilometer. Okay, it's an average thickness. Okay, and the crust comprises two distinct layers. Okay, the upper continental crust or Sial and the lower oceanic crust or the Sima. See, the topmost layer of the earth, that is the crust, it has how many layers? It has two layers. Okay, the upper continental crust, okay, and the lower oceanic crust. The upper continental crust is also called Sima, and the lower oceanic crust is also called, the upper continental crust is also called Sial, and the lower oceanic crust is also called Sima. Now we will discuss this Sial and Sima in detail. See, the continental crust, or we can say the upper continental crust or Sial, they form the uppermost layer of the earth. What it forms? It forms the uppermost layer of the earth. It means the uppermost layer is crust, and the crust has two layers. The upper layer of crust is called a continental crust, or it is also said as Sima. Its thickness is about 35 kilometer. It is about 35 kilometer. Okay, it consists of lighter rocks rich in silica and aluminium. Okay, what is the composition of this continental crust? It comprises of silica and aluminium. Just because they consist mainly of silica and aluminium, not only silica and aluminium, apart from there are several other minerals found in this continental crust, but because they are found in abundance, in large quantity, that is why on the basis of that it is known as Sial. We just took silica and aluminium because they are found in abundance over there. So that is why silica, silica Si and aluminium Al. We took from both the minerals and makes it Sial. That is why this layer is also known as Sial. Okay, this layer is not continuous. Okay, it is not continuous layer. It is rugged. The thickness vary. It is about 35 kilometer. Okay, it means that okay, somewhere it may be 30, somewhere it might be 25, somewhere it may be 15, okay, or 10, or like that. The thickness of continental crust vary. For example, you can say that on continental crust plains are found. The thickness are, the height is very less. At that place the thickness will be very less. And then you can see plateaus, they are higher than the plains. At that place, their thickness will be more. And at the place of mountains, see, mountains are greater in height, they are much higher than plateaus. Then at that point of place, their thickness is more. Okay, and like that we can say that this layer is not continuous. Okay, and it is and mostly found in the continental areas. Okay, why we can say that mostly found in continental areas? Because the continental crust comprises of the land area. Land area. See, here continents are found where we human beings, animals, plants, they all found. Okay, the land part, okay, is found in the continental crust. See, here you can look at the picture. Just see, this is picture of continental crust and oceanic crust. This is lithosphere. Okay, are you all getting my point? This is lithosphere, this is whole crust or lithosphere, and this is continental crust. Continental crust, the layer of the crust where continents or land is found. See, here mountains are found, plains, plateaus, all are found. Here we do live, human being, animals, plants, trees, everything are found here only on this continental crust. That is why we say that the layer is not continuous, it is uneven. Somewhere it is, somewhere we find mountains, somewhere we find plateau, somewhere we find plains, valleys, gorges. These are the different relief features which are found here. That is why it is not continuous. Okay, now let's see oceanic crust. What is oceanic crust? Yeah, the part of the crust having ocean floor, this is, and its thickness is less than the continental crust. Let's see, it is a continuous layer. You can see that जो base है, the base of the ocean is almost, see thickness, you can see thickness is almost, continuous. That is why we say it is a continuous layer, and it forms extremely thin ocean floor. See, the thickness of the ocean floor is very 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 thin in comparison to this thickness of the continental crust. Okay, this is the thickness of continental crust, and this is the thickness of oceanic crust. Okay, and this oceanic crust mainly consists of silica and magnesium. Silica and magnesium mainly means that apart from silica and magnesium, many more minerals are found here, but as they are present in large quantity, that is why we mainly say that silica and magnesium is found here, and that is why we say it as SEMA also. Okay, so this much only, student. Okay, now in the next class we will discuss mantle and core. Okay, till then you just go through the chapter, go through my video. Okay, till then take care, bye.